Africa's story is often told as one of poverty and dependence, but sometimes a leader emerges who refuses to play that role. Right now, that leader is Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Young, in uniform and bold, Traoré is launching a series of 10 interconnected mega projects to transform his country. From reclaiming resources to building tech hubs, his vision is for a self-sufficient modern Burkina Faso. These aren't just plans, they're breaking ground and breaking old narratives. In this documentary, we'll cut through the headlines and give you a project-by-project look at what's really happening. This is the story of a nation determined to write its own future. Infrastructure is the backbone of any nation, and for decades, Burkina Faso's was deliberately neglected. Traoré's government is changing that, fast. They're building hundreds of kilometers of new highways connecting cities and rural areas like never before. It's not just about travel, it's about economic lifelines. Farmers can now get produce to market, businesses can expand, and families can reconnect. Bridges are uniting communities long divided by rivers. Public transportation is being modernized, making mobility accessible for all. The message: the country belongs to everyone and everyone should have access. Funding, not from the IMF or World Bank, but by redirecting wealth from the mining sector. This is a bet on self-reliance, using their own resources to build their own future. The old model kept infrastructure weak and the nation dependent. Now every new road and bridge is a statement Burkina Faso is building for itself. It's a high-stakes move, but one that's already changing daily life. The infrastructure overhaul is the foundation for everything else to come. It's about connection, opportunity, and national pride. And it's just the beginning. Power is everything, and Burkina Faso is done being dependent on foreign oil. Traoré's answer: harness the sun. Massive solar farms are rising across the Sahel, aiming to make Burkina Faso a regional leader in clean energy. The flagship Nagriongo solar plant is just the start. More are planned, creating a decentralized, resilient grid. Rural villages, once lit by kerosene, now have stable, clean electricity. Children can study at night, clinics can run vital equipment, and businesses can grow. The strategy isn't just solar, wind, and hydro are in the mix too. By diversifying, they're building an energy system that's independent and sustainable. Money once spent on fuel imports now funds schools and hospitals. Burkina Faso is leapfrogging the dirty phase of development, showing modernization can be green. This is a direct rebuke to the old colonial model of resource extraction and pollution. The West industrialized on fossil fuels. Burkina Faso is doing it differently. The renewable push is economic, environmental, and political. It's about control, resilience, and a new model for African development. They're not just solving their energy crisis, they're setting an example for the continent. The sun is powering a revolution. Despite fertile land, Burkina Faso has long imported food, a legacy of colonial cash crop economics. Traoré's government is flipping the script with an agricultural revolution. The agri-patriotism movement encourages everyone from students to civil servants to farm. The government supplies drought-resistant seeds, modern irrigation, and builds small dams and boreholes. New roads and storage facilities ensure food gets from farm to market without spoilage. The goal: total food self-sufficiency, then becoming a regional food exporter. It's about national pride, economic security, and breaking the cycle of dependency. Imagine Burkina Faso as the breadbasket of West Africa, exporting surplus to neighbors. This isn't just about feeding people, it's about sovereignty. The agricultural revolution is practical, ambitious, and deeply transformative. It starts with a simple idea: Burkinabe farmers on Burkinabe land, feeding Burkinabe people, and it's already taking root. Tech hubs in Burkina Faso? That's the new vision. Traoré's government is building state-of-the-art centers in Ouagadougou and beyond, offering high-speed internet, co-working spaces, and training in coding, data science, and more. The focus: empower the country's massive youth population to innovate at home, not abroad. These hubs are incubators for startups, connecting talent with investors and mentors. The goal is to create homegrown solutions: apps for farmers, fintech for the unbanked, e-health for rural clinics. It's not about copying Silicon Valley, but building a uniquely African tech ecosystem. By investing in human capital, Burkina Faso is betting on its brightest minds. The tech hubs are a long-term play for a knowledge-based economy. They aim to reverse brain drain and spark a digital revolution. The future isn't just in gold, it's in ideas, and the groundwork is being laid now. Security in the Sahel has long been outsourced to foreign troops, often with poor results. Traoré's government made a bold move, French forces out, Burkina forces in. Military modernization means new equipment, drones, vehicles, and aircraft from diverse partners like Turkey and Russia. But the real shift is local massive recruitment of volunteers for the defense of the fatherland, embedding security in communities. The strategy is self-reliance. Burkina Faso will defend itself, not depend on Paris or Washington. It's risky, controversial, and has strained international relations. But the old way wasn't working. The new approach is about national pride and sovereignty. Security is now a collective effort, not a foreign imposition. The military overhaul is as much about mindset as hardware. It's a gamble, but one the government believes is necessary. The message: this land will be defended by its own people. Education is the foundation of the future, and Burkina Faso is rebuilding from the ground up. The government is pushing for universal, free, and compulsory basic education, especially in rural and conflict-affected areas. New schools are rising and closed ones are reopening. The curriculum is being overhauled, decolonized, focused on national history, civics, and local languages. Vocational and technical training is prioritized to create skilled workers for the nation's development. Education reform is tightly linked to other mega projects, building a pipeline of local talent. The goal: reduce reliance on foreign experts and create jobs for youth. This is a battle for the next generation's hearts and minds. The state's counter-offer to extremism is knowledge, skills, and hope. Rebuilding schools is just the start. Rebuilding hope is the real mission. Health is wealth, and Burkina Faso is investing in both. Dozens of new clinics are being built in villages, bringing care closer to those who need it most. Regional hospitals are being upgraded with modern equipment and labs. The goal: a tiered healthcare system bridging the urban-rural gap. Training and retaining doctors and nurses is a top priority, with incentives for rural service. The government is also working to secure a steady supply of essential medicines. This is about building a self-sustaining healthcare system. A healthy population is more productive and resilient. Public health investment is strategic, fueling economic growth and human capital. Healthcare transformation is interconnected with education, agriculture, and infrastructure. It's a cornerstone of a stronger, more equitable Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso sits on vast mineral wealth, but for decades, profits flowed out while the nation got little in return. Traoré's government is rewriting the rules, raising state royalties, demanding local investment, and building the country's first national gold refinery. Now more of the value chain stays at home, and smuggling is harder. The increased revenue funds other mega projects: roads, schools, hospitals. This is resource nationalism in action, using natural wealth for national development, not foreign profit. The move has rattled the international mining industry, but the government is betting on its leverage. The principle is clear: resources belong to the people. The mining overhaul is about economic sovereignty and breaking the cycle of exploitation. It's controversial, high stakes, and central to Traoré's agenda. Burkina Faso is taking control of its destiny, one gold bar at a time. The world is watching. In the Sahel, water is life, and for many, it's been out of reach. Traoré's government is drilling thousands of new boreholes and wells powered by solar pumps to bring clean water to every village. No more long treks for water, no more waterborne diseases stealing time and health. Urban areas are getting upgraded water networks and new treatment plants for reliable, safe supply. Local communities are trained to maintain the systems, ensuring sustainability. Water access is foundational, supporting agriculture, health, and education. It frees up time for women and children to learn and work. Clean water is a simple technology with a transformative impact. This project is deeply linked to every other mega project. By solving the water crisis, Burkina Faso is building a healthier, more prosperous society. It's a basic right, finally within reach. The flow of water is the flow of opportunity. No nation stands alone, especially in West Africa. Traoré is forging a new alliance with Mali and Niger, the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. It's a pact for mutual defense and economic cooperation, built on the principle of African solutions to African problems. Joint military operations and plans for integrated markets are already underway. The alliance aims to break free from old neo-colonial structures like ECOWAS and the CFA franc. Critics call it a club of coups, but its leaders see it as a liberation movement. The goal: collective strength, sovereignty, and a new regional order. Burkina Faso's future is tied to its neighbors, and together they're charting a new path. Regional unity is the final bold piece of Traoré's vision. 10 mega projects, one radical experiment. Traoré's government is building a new reality, self-sufficient, sovereign, and unapologetically African. The West may be skeptical, but for many Burkinabe, these projects mean hope. The challenges are immense, but the determination is real. The verdict of history is still unwritten. Burkina Faso is no longer waiting for permission to shape its destiny. Which project do you think is most critical for the country's future? Let us know in the comments. If you found this story valuable, like, share, and subscribe for more untold narratives.